Before I actually get into the whole Kanye West of it all, if you want to pause and read his apology, go ahead and do that. Okay. All right. So he took out an ad in the Wall Street Journal, right? And he basically is apologizing for, his behavior these past few years. He said when he got into that accident, I believe in 2002, whenever he had his jaw wired and all that, he said they didn't focus on getting his brain right. They basically focused on like the cosmetic part of it. And there was damage done to his frontal lobe. He also talked about him having bipolar and him having manic episodes and psychotic breaks and all that. And he apologized to the black community. He apologized for being anti. He apologized to the Jews. Don't judge me. Anti-Semitic. Yeah. Basically, for the most part, taking accountability for everything, the trash stuff that he said and done over these past years, right? Right. Now, let me just say that if this is genuine, if this is true, if this is real, if this is really coming from Kanye West's heart, God bless him. God be with him. Everybody, I do believe people can change. You know what I'm saying? I do believe it. But the thing is, Kanye West is releasing the album, I believe, on Friday, on the 30th. So it's like, is this really genuine, or is this to maybe sell some apps? I don't know. And to kind of make me believe it, not that he has to make me believe it, I'm just saying my opinion. Like, let me hear you denounce what's going on in America right now. Let me hear you speak out against that. To add some genuineness to your apology. Let me see that. Yeah. Let me see you call out your homeboy that you had when meeting that office. Let me see that. But no, I don't know how all that works. I believe it's possible, true to what he's saying with the accident and all that. I don't know. The saying only God can judge, I 1000% believe, for what he said and done, I'm talking like he killed some, he just said some, we all done, well, no, we ain't say no things like that. We ain't say no things like that. But yeah, I don't know. What are y'all thoughts on his apology? If you read it, if you care to read it. Um, I read it for the purpose of this video, honestly. I really didn't want to, but I did want to make a video about it. So I was like, well, let me see what this man said before I just get online running my mouth. But I don't know. I guess time will tell. We'll see if any changed behaviors, any corrective actions has been made. But like I said, you're releasing the album in a couple of days. So the timing of this is real suspect. Or maybe he just finally got hit. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
Kanye, let me tell you something. Yeah, we forgive you. Black people forgive you. But I don't know about them Jews, though. You can't say any and everything what you want to say to them Jews, and they going to let it slide. They got their own little special rules over there. So black people, I think we forgive you, right? But the Jews, I don't know. Look, Ye said he had brain damage from the car accident. Y'all remember through the wire? Yeah. He said he had brain damage, and it just got properly treated in 2023. So they gave him all that crazy medicine, making him go crazy, turn him to basically be bipolar, right? So he got type 1 bipolar from that car accident, right? And Ye said, look, I lost touch with reality. I was tripping, right? I was tweaked out on I was tweaking out on everybody, all my friends, my ex-wife, everybody. He didn't really say the details of it, but basically he was tweaking out on all of them, right? And he said he just got treated, for that in 2023. That's only like 2 years, 2 and some change years ago. We forgive you, Ye, because we know you were just tripping. Because some of that stuff you were saying wasn't wrong. It was just your damn delivery. Right? But let me tell you something. Black people, we know. But them Jews, I don't know if they're going to forgive you, dog. So I'm going to just tell you now. You might as well just take your acceptance from the black people and go on. Because I don't know about the Jews, dog.
I opened up Reddit to see that on page 3 of the Wall Street Journal, Ye offered an apology. In this apology, he talks a lot about how he was in that car accident and how he developed some bipolaristic disorders because of an untreated brain trauma that he suffered. He says medical professionals overlooked some of the internal trauma done to his brain, which affected the development of his frontal lobe, and that it went unchecked for years. This thus led him to developing a bipolar disorder that led to all the things that we know about him now. He shouts out the black community somewhere down here, and he says that we've been the backbone to help him through it all. In the end, he just been wanting some sympathy and empathy from the community. Nigga. The thing is, though, he wore a Klansman outfit with a diamond swastika. Shout out to him for taking accountability, but at the same time, he really didn't apologize to anybody in particular. I thought he was going to apologize to the Jewish community or just the black community or some type of community, but he just apologized to everybody. Personally, I'm not really that invested in celebrities, so I kind of don't really care. But I do think it's fucked up to say all of that stuff about Jewish people, did all of that stuff towards black people, and just to turn around and say, hey y'all, I'm sorry about it. Bipolarism is super real. Mental health is super real. I just think it's crazy to take a swastika and use that as a symbol. I also think it's crazy to dress up like a Klan member.
Kanye West has taken out a Wall Street Journal ad to apologize for his anti-Semitic meltdown in 2025. Not a tweet, not a video, 750 words on paper. He says he went through a 4-month manic episode marked by paranoia and psychosis. During that time, he sold swastika t-shirts, posted Nazi praise, and denoted what was left of his public standing. In the letter, Ye says he was diagnosed with bipolar disorder in 2023 tied to an undetected brain injury from his 2002 car crash. He admits denial made it worse, saying he lost touch with reality and hurt the people closest to him. He apologizes directly to the Jewish communities, saying he's not a Nazi and never was. He also apologizes to the black community, calling it the foundation of who he is. Ye says he's now stable on medication and therapy, living clean and pouring himself back into art. He ends with this: he's not asking for a free pass, just patience. Whether this is accountability or damage control depends on one thing: what he does next. What do you guys think of this large letter Kanye sent out? I hope he's getting help. I truly hope he's getting help, but he's going to have to do a lot of damage control. He's going to have to do a lot of work to repair the damage that he's done, especially somebody at his scale. But the first thing you have to do is admit you were wrong. And then you have to do all the things and the actions to make it right. So I hope he does. I honestly, genuinely hope he does all the things to right the wrongs he's put out there in the world. Put his money where his mouth is, literally and figuratively do that. So hopefully he is on a new path and he is getting the help he needs, and now he could help undo the damage and push everything forward and be as anti as anybody should be when it comes to you know what.
Kanye West has been making major headlines after he has officially apologized to the Jewish community in none other than the Wall Street Journal. That's right, man. If you're a Kanye West fan, it is an amazing day as we are officially back. The Wall Street Journal ad going viral online after people realized it was actually by Kanye West. Right behind me, you can actually see his full apology that was uploaded on the Wall Street Journal. And in this apology, Kanye West goes on to say that he's been suffering through major mental health episodes. These manic episodes were caused by his bipolar disorder that, according to Ye, was not properly diagnosed until 2023. And he does go on to say that he is incredibly mortified by his actions and that he loves the Jewish community and that he is truly sorry. Kanye even goes on to say that he seemingly woke up one day and his whole life was destroyed. As after a 4-month manic episode, he actually ended up finding some comfort in his wife and also Reddit forums. Throughout Kanye's apology, he does go on to say that all he asks is for your patience, understanding as he finds his way home. On top of that, Kanye seemingly confirms that he's trying to make things better and also keep working on new music. Look, let me tell you, Kanye apologizing on the Wall Street Journal was not something I expected.
Okay, so is this man finally back on his meds? Okay, we got to talk about what's going on with Kanye West. Yay, something big is going on, all right? And this is not just some BS drama clip. This is not something that we're just pulling out of our booty, okay? This man who changed music and fashion for decades, okay, just took out a full page on the Wall Street Journal to publicly apologize for years of anti-Semitic remarks and behavior that shocked all of us, the entire world. This isn't just hearsay, guys. He literally wrote it in his own words to everyone. So in this letter, he said he, quote unquote, lost touch with reality and says that a brain injury, get it, a brain injury from a 2002 car accident and years of untreated or misunderstood bipolar disorder played a huge role in why and how he behaved online and publicly. He's talking Yo, he's talking about selling offensive merchandise, using symbols like the swastika, and spewing hateful things that hurt real people. Now, listen, let me just be real. Mental health is the real deal. It is for real. Bipolar disorder is real. But here's the thing nobody seems to want to say out loud. Mental health, mental illness is not an excuse for spreading hate. Accountability matters. And that's exactly why this apology, good, the uncomfortable, and the messy, is important. But what I want to know from you is this. Can we separate the art from the actions? I know we've talked about this with R. Kelly and all that as well, but let's be real. Can we go back to being okay with him and then celebrate his genius music and his amazing music or not? Because let's be real. There's a lot of people that are very offended, very upset about his actions out here. He now is suddenly, I guess, kind of doing a redemption tour right now. But let's be real. Is it enough? Will he get off his meds once again and go off on some crazy, hateful tirade all over again? Or not? What do you think? Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts, guys. I'll be reading them. And hit me with what you really think.
My God, on today, I really do miss the old Kanye. The artist Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, has issued yet another apology. The question is this a soft rebrand? Is he doing this to get a seat back at that table? Or is he actually apologetic for his past anti-Semitic statements? As we all know, Kanye went on a wild anti-Semitic run for which he is now apologizing for. If I'm being very honest, we have gotten apologies from Kanye before and we've not gotten changed behavior. So I'm not really sure what makes this situation any different. Nevertheless, in his apology that we aren't sure if it is an apology, he cited mental health issues such as his bipolar disorder. He cited his 2002 car accident. Now, I don't know if in 2024, 2025, and 2026, you can blame a trauma from 2002 on your current behavior, but again, a neurological doctor, I am not. Also cited a lack of medication, the fact that he actually stopped taking his bipolar medication as one of the reasons for his outburst. I do believe that mental health makes you a lot of things, but I stand on the fact that I don't believe that mental health issues make you racist. I can't. I don't. Whenever we get a real glimpse into the life of celebrities, I always feel like Hollywood is one big Munchausen disorder. Everybody who's in wants to be out, but once they get out, my God, they want their way back in. Again, I don't really know if Kanye is apologizing to us or if he wants back in. I do have to honestly say that the apology feels like a money grab, right? Because Kanye never fully says, this is the thing that I'm taking accountability for. He just says my past anti-Semitic statements. And I'm a firm believer of if you open up your mouth and say some wild ass shit that causes you to lose money and need to apologize publicly, be clear on what you're apologizing for. Only time will tell as to if this is really a personality change or if this is a money grab, because it really is giving, hey guys, buy my stuff again. I can't lie to you. If you want to get back in that studio and boots and cats and scoop diddy poop, I am going to listen to the music. Y'all won't play like Kanye isn't that producer. That we will never. We are a lot of things. We are not haters.